Welcome to another John Schwan production. Today we have the first annual Hazy Shade Open, driven by Innova and powered by the Steel Group and Schaefer Sports Management. I'm joined today with none other than Christine Jennings. Christine.
Hello.
We also have Hannah McBeth, Ashleh Baumann, and Lauren Spenceley. We are out at Arthur O. Fisher Park. It is a redesigned course, and I guess we're going to get into this. Right here we have Dave Ludington, the new course designer, and the women. We can see Christine here has a one-stroke lead over Hannah. Ashley's 5 back, and Lauren is a couple back. So how was the weather today, Christine?
It was typical Fisher weather. It almost rained, but it didn't. We missed it, and it was just really windy because the rain was near us. So honestly, the temperature wasn't too bad, but the wind was rough.
All right, we got hole 1 here. It's 525 feet, par 4. You just kind of want to throw it straight into one of those gaps, and the basket is kind of tucked up to the left. What are you throwing here, Christine?
I have my 2021 Tour Series Sidewinder, so good and stable.
That looks pretty good. Looks like a little wind or rain. That was, I don't know.
I think those were leaves. It wasn't raining.
Okay, well that's good.
We
That's
fortunately
good.
missed that.
And we got Hannah here. I don't know what Hannah's throwing. Maybe a Hades, if I had to guess.
Honestly,
No?
I'm not a disc golf person, so I have a hard time remembering what they're throwing. But yeah, she throws the Hades a lot.
All right.
A Thrasher as well.
Gotcha. We got Ashley here. Ashley is going to bomb here. Nice little turnover. That is exactly where you want to put this. That's a great shot. And then we have Lauren here. I think Lauren is new to the Dayton scene, if I'm correct. She's here from where, Christine?
She moved here from Germany, I want to say middle of last year. Her and her husband are both in the Air Force, and so they got stationed here. And yeah, they were really excited to come to Dayton because they knew about all the disc golf courses that we had around here. So
Nice.
glad to have her.
Great addition. All right, we got Hannah up first. That looks to be she caught that last little guardian tree. Christine's got a forehand approach here. As you can see the basket, kind of a flex. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, I had to throw understable so that I could get that Anheuser to hold, but it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to.
Oh, Lauren's getting a little sneaky there, taking the back door. Here we go with Ashley's got a little forehand up here.
Yeah, she got so much distance off the tee. To have just a little chipper shot like that.
Yeah, she didn't have to worry about the wind and putting.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. All right, Hannah's looking about circle 2 here. I think there's another tree behind that. That's a good little layup there.
Yeah, 4 is not a bad hole, or not a bad score. You definitely want a 3, but the upshot is a low ceiling. So unless you put yourself in perfect position off the tee pad, it's really difficult to get up there.
That looked like a decent bid. It's probably farther than it looked in that photo.
Yeah, it's just outside circle 1.
Yeah. That is a great 3. She got a little sneaky on that second shot.
Yeah.
So we had 2 3s and 2 4s. I would say it's playing about right. I mean, you want to get the first hole, but you're not mad at a par there.
No, pars are good.
All right, hole 2. What do we have here, Christine?
We have a 530-foot par 4. There is OB that's around the basket on the right-hand side. You're just really trying to throw as far as you can without going into the OB to leave yourself with a pretty routine upshot.
Yeah, and you don't want to go left on this one into the rough because it is super thick. You are not going to get out of it in one shot. That looks absolutely crushed.
Yeah, she threw that as perfect as she could. Got full flight off the disc.
All right, Lauren.
Lauren also crushes a disc.
Yeah.
Ashley has sneaky distance, but Lauren also throws really far.
They look side by side right off the tee. All right, and Christine, we're going with, I'm guessing, another Sidewinder.
Yeah, Sidewinder is usually what I'm throwing.
Sidewinder for life. That looks to be right where you want it to be. Little chip shot over the OB. And Hannah getting the nice flip up there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little fade. You guys got off the tee very well on that drive. Let's see what the approaches are like. It's a little farther back. Risking it for the biscuit. She's going over the OB.
I know, that's like the best shot to throw is that, to throw over all of the OB and just let it hyzer out nicely to the basket.
That was perfect. Going the big hyzer here is Lauren.
Yeah,
Ooh,
she held on to that just a little bit.
That looks scary.
But I think it stayed in bounds.
Good. No casualties. What do we got here, Christine?
That was a gator, so it doesn't look windy. Okay, you can see the trees now are swaying. It was a constant 15 to 20 mile an hour wind all day.
Yeah.
So
if you've never played at Arthur O. Fisher Park, literally it is the windiest place to play. Probably not Kansas City level or
yeah, it
Kansas
wasn't that
level,
bad.
but it is a constant wind no matter what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Lauren's got a little, probably circle's edge putt. Yeah, outside circle. She gave it a good bid. That's a tough putt. We got Hannah is in the rough a little bit, but looks like she's can get a full swing.
Yeah, she's reading that wind. It kind of got swirly up in that corner.
Yeah, it's kind of tucked away. You can't really tell what's going on. And that is a perfect putt right on the pole. That is a good 3 to get.
Yeah, her putting looks so smooth. You'll see throughout the rest of the...
Don't move.
Ashleh
Do
is
not move.
focused right here. Let's see. She knew it. Just a little bit left there.
Again, the wind just gets in your head more than you think. Like, that's a pretty routine tap in normally, but even then I just squeaked in left pocket because
you took your time.
you're thinking about the wind. Yeah.
Lauren's cleaning up here. She left a little bit of meat on the bone. Let's see how it goes. That's a good putt,
Yeah, that's a great comeback.
as they call it, pro side. And that is going to leave, I believe, 2 3s and 2 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid putt by Hannah.
So it's actually the flip flop from the last hole. The ones
Yep.
that didn't get it, got it. So that's a good hole. All right, we got hole 3 here. It's 410 feet uphill, and it's kind of tucked up to the left. It's a bomb. And I'm guessing a Sidewinder again.
Yes, sir.
And that is a very safe play, but a great shot.
Thank you.
Took the tree out of play. You don't want to hit that tree and go left, because if you do that, it is going to be a disaster. Because this is a redesigned course, all the rough is super rough.
Yeah.
So there's no getting through anything. That looks to be inside, but I don't think she'll be in the rough.
No, she slipped a little bit, but she's just to the left of that tree, so she'll still have an open look.
Ashley's showing you that she still can bomb. She didn't lose from the first 2, and that was a great shot.
Yeah, she threw that nose up. Imagine if she would have thrown it a little bit flatter. I mean, she still outdrove me by a good 50 feet there. So, yeah, she bombs.
That's the tough part about this hole is you are throwing uphill, and 9 times out of 10, it's probably a headwind.
Yeah.
So it's just going to lift you. Lauren pushed it a little wide here. And
But yeah, the basket's just behind those 2 bushes there.
looks to be just right about circle's edge there. Hannah has about a straight shot. I want to say 110 feet maybe.
Yeah,
He's-
just about. Just over 100.
That's a pretty good up right there. What do we got here? That tree in your way on your right?
It is, yeah, I'm aiming to go right in between those 2 trees. And I had a headwind, so I threw my understable P2 on a hyzer. Real sketchy.
Yeah, a little sketchy there, but it's a putt. Ashley's going with the forehand, which makes me think that it was a headwind off the tee. She just left it a little bit outside there. See if that bush comes into play. Lauren with the putt. She pump faked me. I thought she threw it. Let's see. Oh, what a putt.
Solid
That was
putt.
a great putt. You can see the wind's just blowing.
Yeah, it's nonstop. Honestly, at least it wasn't gusty. There was some gust, but it wasn't as bad as like DDO. It was very gusty.
Yeah, that's another good putt. She kept that pretty nose angle.
Yeah.
Low and good. So that was a great putt.
Good recovery.
You guys are making this hole look easy. This is a straight headwind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good putt.
I feel like everywhere you go on this course is a headwind for some reason.
Yeah,
I'm like, excuse me.
But it's not, okay? It's not. And formality. Now, you guys played that one pretty well. I believe those were all pars, threes.
Yeah, for the most part, as long as you can get off the tee, I feel like a lot of this course is throw as far as you can, but also controlled. And then you'll have a routine approach.
I agree. I do think that this course really makes an emphasis on your up shots.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not going to really get there unless you're throwing 400, 500 feet. It looks like you didn't get the flip up you were expecting from the wind.
Yeah, there was headwind on this hole. And I was scared that I was going to turn it over too much. And so I committed on the extra hyzer and just bailed too far.
This is a 370-foot hole, and there is OB on the left. It doesn't really come into play, and I believe that road on the right is out of bounds too, and there is out of bounds super long. But it doesn't really come into play unless you do something. Ashleh absolutely smokes that one.
Yeah, she threw the perfect line. That's what I was going for, just to get yourself in the circle or circle 2 to give yourself a bid for the birdie. Oh, we're doing a rewind here.
Oh, yeah. The Schwan Shlomo.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. We'll just make it up.
I guess.
That was a great shot. And it's got a little low ceiling here. Ooh. And now that stuff before the basket's actually an old volleyball court that they took out.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
Sand.
Okay.
So Dave had been talking about actually making that a hazard.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would kind of make it a risk-reward shot.
Yeah, that would play more for the MPO because you guys can reach it.
Well,
and if
Ashleh
you're short-
reached it.
Well, yeah, okay, true.
So don't just put it on us.
And it gives a scary thing to think about when you're throwing an approach also.
Ooh.
She gave that a really good
That
bid.
looked really good.
So Lauren, unfortunately, swooped over into the OB.
She did find the OB.
Yeah, she was tucked up against that tree and didn't really have a clean follow through, so she just released a little bit early.
Oh, she gave it a good bid. This is Ashley's for her too?
Yeah, she's about 40, 45 feet, and it is slightly uphill.
Let's see. Oh, what a putt.
I know. Yeah. That was such a good two.
I didn't even get this hole.
Another, what did you call it?
It's a Schwan slow-mo.
A Schwan slow-mo.
What a putt.
You got double fist pump, Ashleh. We were fist pumping.
And then the rundown. Right, what do you probably another headwind. This looks to be about 20 feet.
Honestly, I don't remember if there was wind. I was just like, this is routine. Just put it in the basket.
Yeah, didn't think about it. Stroked it. A little shout out to the fans.
Someone said, good putt. I was like, who are you?
All right, we had Ashleh with the two, Christine with the par, Hannah with the bogey, and Lauren with the double bogey, the OB. All right, we are on hole, what is this, 5? Mm-hmm. 485 feet, out of bounds on the right, and out of bounds on the left, you can see. It is a par 3 for the tournament, but should be a par 4. Dave knows this.
Yeah, you're just trying to throw as far as you can again, but you don't want to turn over into the road. And there is that little bit of a bunch of trees on the left-hand side. If you get caught in that, it gives you weird angles to throw your upshot to the basket.
It can definitely make you work harder than what you're supposed to.
Right.
And with this wind out here, you never know what's going to happen. So looks like the disc just kind of pushed you left.
Perfectly in the middle of all of the trees.
That's exactly where you didn't want to be.
Yeah.
All right, we got Hannah up here. Let's see how it goes. A little bit of a swoop there. She got it high, and the wind is definitely pushing left. That's going to put her in a pretty awkward spot, I imagine.
Yeah, and the reason we're all throwing more swooping hyzers or higher hyzers than we normally would is because we throw understable discs. And so even if you throw a hyzer, the wind could flip it up and carry it towards the road. So we're just trying to avoid that. So left naturally becomes the error.
Like Lauren had a good height on that shot, so she might have been throwing something a little more stable.
Hey, it's you!
Oh, it's me and my puppy, Calvin. So,
we love a good crowd.
Yeah, you know, gotta support your female women. So, and we have another fan.
Spectator.
I believe that's
Love
John's daughter.
Oh.
I think so. I'm not 100%.
All right.
John, you can correct me if it's not. Looks like she caught that last little tree there.
Yeah, they're just in perfect position for where our drives land.
I'm going with the hyzer there. Got a little skip. It's going to be a little tester putt there, it looks like. I'm going forehand.
Yeah, I have to get under the branch, but there's also a hill, and I threw into the hill.
It is a slightly uphill grade to the basket there. I can make that a little tricky, you're right. Ashley's going forehand too.
She had no obstacles, so that was great for her.
Yeah, and she put it right where it needs to be, next to the basket.
Yep.
Got Hannah here. Looks like she's going to do some kind of anhyzer. Or maybe it's a straight shot.
And she has a Paul McBeth Luna and also a zone. Those are usually her two main
It look like the zone.
approaches, yeah.
Let's see, we got about 45 feet here.
Yeah, I was trying to give this a bid.
That's scary because the road does come into play if the wind picks it up.
Right, and it kind of slopes downhill past the basket.
Yep.
I haven't really gotten a good feel on a jump putt today, so I got scared.
That's that wind playing games with you again.
Yeah.
So Lauren just seen yours drop and it lifts hers.
Yeah. It's good to read other people, and so she made the correction, but
She also had
too much.
Yeah, she had a little different angle too. That's a good putt. Way to clean it up.
Yeah, she's been killing those comebacks.
Yeah, she's automatic pretty much from 15 to 20, it looks like. Hannah's looks like she's taking her time, reading the wind. Ooh, pump fake me, got me. Good putt, right in the heart.
Yeah, she has such a good stroke.
She really takes her time, focus, breeze.
Wonder where she learns that from.
I have no idea. It's not like she has anybody good to hang out with. Ashley just making it look easy again. This course kind of fits her. She can bomb.
Yeah.
And you with the tap in. So it looks like Ashley's taking a stroke on the card there with the 3. Like I said, it says it's a par 3, but really it's a par 4. So she got a stroke on you guys. We're going to hole 6 here. This is 310 feet. Yeah, really 2 options. Straight at it, or you can throw a forehand around the outside. I'm going to guess you guys all go straight at it. And Ashley just says, I'll just show you how to do it.
Pure zip.
You're right.
So I actually practiced this as a backhand turnover.
Really?
So the forehand line, but with the backhand instead. But again, it's really windy today.
Yes. Almost. Well, let's see. It would be a tailwind on this hole, but it's probably a headwind.
I think there's a little bit of left to right, which doesn't particularly help in my case because I'm throwing that direction.
Looks like you're going for big anhyzer, and it just kind of...
Yeah, I just didn't trust it.
That's that wind playing games again. Let's see, Hannah's probably going to go low. Looks like tunnel maybe.
Yeah, I've never actually seen that as a play.
Really?
Because I always just go for the highest percentage, which is where is there the most air. And there's no air underneath of those trees
Right.
compared to the left side.
Well, if you keep it low, you can't have anything to do it.
Yeah.
It won't do anything to this, so.
Yeah, so everyone else decides to go that way and is very successful.
Lauren and throwing a gym.
Yeah, great shot.
I believe that is under the bucket. And Ashleh said, I will carry your bag. Good pull through. Nice little flip up.
Perfect.
Follow through. Just fading straight. Yeah. Watch your forehead when you put that one in. No, you probably pretty easy up and down there. That tree really wasn't in play.
Right.
Hannah's reading the wind because it looks pretty gusty right now. All right, Ashleh looks like she's got a 15-footer, 20-footer? Ew.
Probably closer to circle's edge.
Okay, I believe it. Just looks like it dropped out from underneath. What do you got here? 10 feet?
Yeah. Pretty routine, but still scary because the wind. That's kind of the rhythm for the day.
That is it. That's what's going on out here. And she just basketball shoots it in there for her too. What a shot. Taking a stroke on the card. So far we've seen a lot of strokes on the card between everybody.
Yeah.
Everything is happening. All right. So we are on hole 7. This is 260 feet. You can see it straight ahead. Now we're going back into the direction we just came, which I can't tell what it is right now. What do you think it is? You tell me what it is.
Right to left.
Right to left. Right.
Yeah. And this hole's tricky because for the women at 270 feet, it's either... Oh, changing battery on the camcorder. No worries. No, it's either a soft fairway or a hard mid-range, throwing it hard.
Yeah.
And it's a really good tweener because there's a low ceiling and you have to throw it dead straight. So there's a lot of things going on.
Oh, I'm guessing that was for her too. She got through the gap.
Yeah. So everyone got kind of close, but not enough to necessarily get their birdie.
Oh, the basket did her dirty there. That looked pretty good. Ashleh cleaning up her par.
Yeah, I believe that was Lauren for her par that we saw her miss.
Yeah, I think she takes this bogey. Hannah tapped in her 3. You're tapping in your 3. And Lauren is taking a 4. All right. So what we got going on here? You're up 3 strokes right now through 7. No, yeah, 2 strokes. Ashley's kind of caught you guys.
Yeah, Ashley throws far, and it definitely helps her. Especially with me, particularly, I wasn't trusting my discs in this wind. And Hannah also wasn't either.
I feel it. I wasn't trusting them either. Ashley with the forehand play, you kind of want to just get out into that field where she's at so you can have a straight look at the bucket. Now you are going over the OB. Ooh.
Yeah. Again, I wasn't trusting my discs. That was a destroyer, and I really had to rip on it, and I let go a little too early, so I ended up hitting that tree. But I'm not OB, so that's good.
So this is a 475-foot par 4. That stuff that's on the right where that tree is out of bounds. There's a drop zone to your left. If you go in that, you have to go to the drop zone. All right, so she's in a good position, I would say, right? Yeah. Yep, you can see how it kind of bends around there and cuts off. All right, and the tricky part about this green is those trees behind the basket, I think are like 15 feet.
Yeah, they're very close.
And if you go into them, there's no putting out of them. Mm-hmm. So a little turnover there for you. It just kind of flexed out. I'm guessing Hannah's going probably a straight shot, straight to hyzer.
Yeah, the reason I was trying to cut off the corner was so that I could bite off more distance to probably have an easier mid-range approach. But everyone ended up around that corner, which makes us end up throwing almost a full distance drive to get to the basket.
As you can see, Ashleh here wanted something understable.
Yeah.
She got a little turnover on it. Lauren here.
You can see everyone's just trying to mash on the disc
Yeah.
to get it to the basket.
I think she put that a little long there. That tree's going to come into play.
Look how high that water is.
It did rain yesterday there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you guys didn't know, we had a 3-hour rain delay. Oh, wait, you guys were already done.
Yeah, we played early in the morning, and so we fortunately missed all of that.
All right. Ashley looks like she's going to do some kind of spike around this big tree. Around we go. Nice shot.
Yeah, perfect. And she was in bounds.
Yes.
The path on our side was in bounds. OB was on the other side, so she was good.
Ooh.
Woo!
So she must have had a little path there. That looked like got wind gobbled.
I also couldn't see the basket from where I was.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually behind the pines.
Hannah with another bid that looked good. Just a little low that time. A good putt for Ashley. She's going to take her par. I believe the rest are formality pars as well. Yeah, if we're bag putting, they're formalities. Well, that's a little sketchy.
She might have felt a little rushed there.
She's laughing about it. All right, that's hole 8. Looks like we have pars around. We're at the last hole in the back 9. Real doozy of a hole here. It's 260 feet. Right on the mound. We do have OB to the right, where those bushes are, behind the basket. Mm-hmm. And if you pull it way left over the fence, but...
Yeah, and the wind's pushing right to left. Ooh. So I already knew I was throwing a destroyer hyzer.
Okay.
But I had to throw it wider than normal and lower than normal.
Yeah, well, it looks like you almost took the basket down for an ace on this one.
I was actually scared that I was going to win.
Look, chain high, perfect. You'd have just sawed it right in half with the destroyer. The Schwan mo, slow mo. Ashley. Kind of can tell the theme of what you guys are doing. Most of everybody on the card is throwing the same disc off the tee. Mm-hmm. So
because it's so windy.
They're finding something comfortable and sticking with it.
Exactly.
Oh, and it gets a little turn.
And she throws it high enough, so it ends up getting that carry.
That looks really good. She doesn't know. With a little dance. We got Lauren. It's a little higher.
Yeah, it's good and stable.
Wind's going to push that a little bit, though. That is a scary putt. Now it's just closer than I thought. But that wind, just going to hold you up. Yeah, can't feel it from where she's at, but once it gets to the top of that basket, it's going to lift. You got, looks to be like a 15-footer, but it probably feels like 25 feet.
Yeah, this was, I felt like my first real putt of the day. Because everything else is kind of within 10, 15 feet. This one's a little bit longer.
And that is a good putt. Uphill a little bit with the wind. That is a very good putt. We got Ashley here. Probably 15 feet, feeling like 20. And that is another good putt. You guys are making this look easy.
Yeah, she really found her stride there with her putting after the first couple holes.
And it looks to be about 10 feet. You can see the reaction on her face. Mm-hmm. We needed a Schwan slow-mo on that one. The Nomez.
Yeah, she didn't quite get her hand high enough to reach the disc into the basket.
But no damage done. She would like to, but a par is not terrible out here. So we have Christine with the 2, Ashley with the 2, Hannah with the 3, and Lauren with the 3. That is going to be our front 9, folks. Make sure you tune in to the back. As you can see, we got Christine Jennings with a 3-stroke lead. Ashley at even making moves up the board. Hannah's still in the mix. She's got a lot of pars. She's going to need some birdies. Mm-hmm. And Lauren's getting birdies here and there. She's got to control the mistakes. Could be anybody's game going into the back 9. Christine, what do you think?
I'm excited. It's getting spicy between Ashleh and Hannah, so we'll see how it ends.
They're hot on your tail.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the back.
Thanks, guys.